Alrighty guys, welcome back to a brand new video with your boy DB. Sabka swagat hai back to the channel. And Cricket 24, it's been 1 week since the release and I'm going to be giving my review finally on the game, whether you guys should get the game or no, and what are my final thoughts a week later considering we've got 2 patches. And hopefully you all enjoy the video. Subscribe once again if you're new. And we're going to start off the video with the review of the Ashes. As you guys know, it's the official game of the Ashes. It's been this way since the previous games as well. And the one difference you'll see in Cricket 24 is a scorecard compared to the previous games. Not the scorecard, I mean the game UI in general when you're starting the Ashes, and the background you'll see it's different from Cricket 22 and 19, but the main thing is the gameplay, and the animations. Whether you already have Cricket 19 or 22 and you're looking to upgrade, what you should expect, and especially in gameplay, if there's new shots or no, those are the questions you guys may have. So to start off, the animation when you start off the Ashes, it's very similar to the previous games, like especially Cricket 22, not 19 but Cricket 22, where the players are fielding and they're practicing their fielding, having a chat on the field before the toss happens. And one thing you guys have noticed, the national anthem has not started yet, so this is something that's in Cricket 24 that's updated. The national anthems are after the toss, not before the toss. And now the players have quotes, which is pretty good. This is a must. This is the new addition to Cricket 24. Not sure that's the upgrade you're willing to make just for the quotes, but definitely it's a pro that you guys are getting this in the game. And the second change which we have from in Cricket 24 compared to the previous games is that the national anthem now is after the toss, as I said before. So as I guess could see, the national anthem is taking place now. Very similar animation, almost from Cricket 22 and 19 as well, but the only difference now is it is after the toss, which kind of makes sense as well because it generally does happen after the toss when the players are going to be taking the field on soon. The player faces do have slight changes, but they're very minor changes from Cricket 22. And we have both teams taking on the field. It's a slightly different animation. Of course, you guys are gonna get the latest stadiums in terms of the updated sponsors and logos in the licensed stadiums. That is something you get with every new cricket game. But this is the animation for the teams walking in. I preferred Cricket 22's, not gonna lie, just because you see the whole flag and the teams coming out, and I found this animation a little more boring. As you guys could see, but the main thing is gameplay, test match gameplay, the Ashes gameplay. It's known for the Ashes. Are you guys expected to see any new animations, any new shots? Well, the answer to that question at the moment is no, guys. You guys are not expected to see anything different in the gameplay from Cricket 22, except for the new score, the new UI and all of that stuff. The bowling actions and everything were from the last game, of course, because they're already pretty good from the last game.
Oh, that's nice.
One thing guys may say is the bowler does react to the ball pretty quickly now, I feel like, compared to Cricket 22, the previous game, which is a pretty good thing to have because you could just sneak in easy singles before, as I tried to do here. But unfortunately, David Warner has to go without even playing a delivery. So my bad to Warner. And we have Steve Smith taking on the field. But yeah, the point being is nothing really out of the box which is going to surprise you. Even the shots, there's no new shots at all. Possibly a new batting style, but that's all, which is really disappointing considering it's the same shots from a game that released 2 years ago, and almost very similar shots and animations from a game that released 4 years ago almost, Cricket 19. If you look at Cricket 19 and 22 and 24 side by side, just the player sizes, because they're a lot more slim now. That's the only difference you'll mainly see, I still prefer Cricket 19 gameplay to this day. And which is just, it's upsetting because you're paying a lot for this new game and you want the Ashes experience to be the best. Even the intro for the Ashes, you're not getting the same sort of hype you would get in Cricket 19, which is not the best. But if you guys want the new game for the Ashes, I would honestly say it's not even worth it. If you're a person who just plays the Ashes, you get these games for the Ashes. Honestly, even if you stick with Cricket 19 and 22 and just download the latest squad teams from the academy, you guys will have still a really good time, and you guys will save a bunch of money, because if you're looking to play the Ashes and that's why you're getting the new game for the Ashes experience, in my opinion, it is not worth it, because it is very similar gameplay from Cricket 19 and 22. But I will be going over reasons you could buy the game later on in the video with the new additions of the licensed teams and all that stuff. But just reviewing the Ashes, I personally found no difference from the previous games, which is why if you're getting the game for the Ashes, it's really not worth it. Perhaps there's new game mechanisms, like you could trap the batsman more easier, like bowl a few out swingers and then in swinger, you have a better chance to get the batsman out. There's definitely things like that which you guys could try, but just gameplay overall and
solid defensive shots.
Just comparing the gameplay itself, I personally think there's not a big difference. But there's a big addition added to this game, which Ross Simons and Big Ann have been literally trying, and they put in all their efforts for this only, which is IPL gameplay. By IPL gameplay, I mean they have got the IPL competition into Cricket 19 officially licensed. Before, you could play IPL downloading the teams from the academy, but now, as you guys could see, if you go into Indian T20 League, you have 8 IPL teams excluding RCB and CSK who are licensed in Cricket 24. And as you guys can see, the Playfaces, I'll talk about this briefly in a bit, but you guys don't get RCB and CSK in this competition. You guys only get will only get all the 8 teams. So if you want to play with RCB and CSK, what you're gonna have to do is, as you guys could see, the RCB team downloaded and CSK like that, you have to download the team from the academy and go ahead and play. But we could play with all 8 teams, which is a pretty good addition to have. And we have got licensed stadiums as well in game, including Wankhede Stadium. All the licensed IPL teams have got their own stadiums except Motera Stadium for GT. It's not been added in the game as of yet. But we are gonna jump into some gameplay now, and I'm not gonna be showing you guys the whole 5-over game. We did that last week. If you guys have not checked out that video, you can go ahead and check it up in the iCard, where we played RCB taking on CSK, and we did MI versus LSG. But a new addition you guys get in this game is the players now have the caps on, which is a pretty good thing to have. I feel like this was a must. I'm not sure why I was never in the previous games. Not a hard thing to add. But as you guys could see, new stadiums, and we've got a new intro of the players taking on the field in Cricket 24 as well, along with the batsmen as well. So this is a nice change to have. And the biggest difference, I think, if you want to buy this game, it's not even going to be the gameplay, because there's not special shots which each player can play which are replicated in the game. Like Rohit's pull shot, for example, it's not like they've added a special Rohit pull shot just because he's in the game. They've just got the same batting styles and the same typical shots we've been seeing in the previous games. But one thing you guys will notice as well, playing with the licensed team, you guys get a much more realistic experience, because the academy just provide you the latest rosters and squads and logos and all that stuff. But the player faces made by Big Ann, just the lighting and the overall face just makes it a lot more realistic. But so if you're looking to buy this game, if you're a fan of just realistic things excluding gameplay, like the IPL teams, there's the PSL teams license which have not been added to the game yet, then that is the only reason why I would go for this game, just for the player faces, not even the gameplay. Because as you guys could see, the gameplay for the IPL as well, it is very similar to just Cricket 19 and 22. There were new shots added, but only to one specific batting style, and so it just makes it I feel like not worth the money, because you do get the realistic play faces, which makes it really realistic, but the shots are just very similar. So even if you don't have the best player faces from Cricket 22, you guys are getting the same gameplay. But the only addition here is you guys are getting the stadiums as well, which is pretty sick. I feel like the stadiums are the only reason why I would buy this game personally, if you ask me. But for you guys, if you guys like the realistic faces and jerseys along with stadiums, which is why I only like this game because of the stadiums at the moment. That's the only reason why I would recommend this game to download and to install and to purchase, because other than that, I have not noticed anything out of the box in terms of the gameplay. You know, we were expected to see new shots. That's what I expected to see, like this new shots, new animations, but we've got new animations, but it doesn't wow me. Like, it doesn't make me excited or hyped for the game, which is just a little upsetting. But Ross Simons and Big Ant Studios have confirmed that the game will take at least a few months for them to get the other two IPL teams, if they can try to get RCB and CSK, along with getting the PSL teams added with the latest player faces. So the game could definitely be better in a few months. And I'll just show you guys the IPL licensed teams, because I'll show you guys the player faces. Rishabh Pant was on with the DC team this year, so his player face is not licensed, but we have got the other teams. So, guys, look, overall review, if you were to tell me, if I had to give a rating at the moment, to this date, considering we've got 2 patches, and it's been officially a week since the release of Cricket 24, I would honestly just give it like a 6 out of 10, to be completely honest. The 6 stars are only for the new UI, the new stadiums, and the good looking player faces. If you guys already have Cricket 19 or 22, I would highly suggest right now to not go for Cricket 24, just because I don't feel it's worth it yet. Maybe in a few months of time they could make the game better, try to like, once they get the other player faces, more stadiums in, that would just to come in the next few months. I'll do another review then. You guys can check out that video. But currently, a week later in Cricket 24, I do not recommend upgrading from Cricket 19 or 22. You guys must be thinking that from Cricket 19, it's still a pretty good upgrade. But if you ask me, I don't believe so. I still feel Cricket 19, bro, it's still the best cricket game I played, considering I played 24, 22, and 19. Just because how realistic it was, the shots, the players that look a lot more smaller, but I didn't mind that, to be honest. The Ashes introduction as well, with the, you know, the newspaper and all that stuff, the hype. I kind of missed that. So, and the shots in Cricket 19 were pretty good as well, considering it was a really good upgrade from DBC 17. My first ever cricket game was DBC 17. From there, I upgraded to Cricket 19. And that was their next game as well. It was Ashes Cricket 17 and then DBC and then Cricket 19. But I felt a huge difference. If I just compare 19 and 24, I see a difference in the overall, like, you know, UI and all that stuff, but nothing else in terms of gameplay. Which is why I would still suggest to wait a bit, not get the game now. If you're a big fan of just the stadiums and the realistic experience, I would then suggest the game. But I'm pretty sure there's overall a majority of users who want to look to upgrade is because of the gameplay, along with those side pros as well, because the game is still not like the best right now. And I highly recommend you guys to give it some time and then download it. The player faces for all the teams do look nice, but Rajasthan Royals, KKR, their play faces they're not proper because they didn't get the photogrammetry done for those teams. So that's also another con right there, right? We've got the PSL teams, but no actual licensed players, because no player faces, because they haven't done any work yet, so they're going to be added to the game later on. So right now, if you ask me, give it some time, guys, and then get the game. If you guys have any questions, do let me know in the comment section below, and I'll join you guys for the next one. Until then, everybody, take care and bye-bye.